the simplicity of that time. I remember seeing all the old movies because I grew up watching all the, like Mike Doyle and Dewey Weber and Greg Noll. All those guys grew up and were older than me, not by much, maybe 6 or 8 years, but they had a time, I think, in California that was completely golden, before surfing was became popular,
Yeah.
and the path was really wide open, and the places where they went were completely uncrowded and virgin, and it was a time of. I like that era.
Yeah.
I like that era. I like the.
Do you like today's era? Do you like where we're at today with a lot more people
You
surfing?
know,
And
I really appreciate my youth in the sense that I like the 60s, I like the 70s. The 80s were a little harsh because there was a lot of experimentation in a lot of different areas with music and drugs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I think a lot of us got caught up in that. So there's some, I look back on that and go, well, I might have made a wrong choice there or there, but we made the choices that we did. But the thing is that, you know, we came from a generation, our generation, the ones that grew up in the 60s.
right.
I call it the selfish generation
Right.
because we were the ones basically that put up our middle finger
Right.
to Vietnam and said, we don't want any more war. We're tired of this formula of having constant wars, a great economy, and more people getting killed over it, and we call bullshit on that. And I'm proud of our generation for doing that. But we also went out and made a lot of wild choices about our new freedom. We went into a world completely unholstered and experimented with things that took a lot of people down, right?
Right.
So in saying that there was complete freedom in that, yes, there was, but the thing is that your freedom of choice is really the design of your life,
Yeah.
and you have to make the right decisions. So
Yep. I got to take a call right now.
Yeah,
I
go
got a
for
guy, this Lawrence from Big Sur has been hanging on for a long time. Hey, Lawrence, thanks for calling the Off the Air Radio Show. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, buddy.
All right. So actually, I have a question for Mr. Fuller,
Okay, Mr. Fuller, got a question for you.
if he's up to it.
Okay. Get it up here. Hang on a sec. Get your butt over. Okay, what's the question?
Well, quite a while back,
Hang on, he's coming up. He's coming up. He's going to be. Hang on a second.
Cool.
Put you,
No worries.
okay, Mr. Fuller, get next to the microphone. Get close. What's your question, sir?
Larry, I spoke with you on the phone a long time ago. You had left a note at the bottom of my road in Big Sur talking about agave.
Yeah,
Big
that's
boards
right.
with.
I remember that.
Long time. So yeah, I recently I got this monster agave, the biggest one I've ever seen. It got to be like 35 feet tall.
I'm
And,
interested.
It made me think of you, and then I did a little poking around on the web, read about your current project, but I couldn't really find any way to get a hold of you. So I just happened to tune in tonight, and here you are.
Great. Thanks very much. We'll get your number and I'll give you a call.
I'm gonna put you on hold here, okay? And then I'm gonna have Chris get your phone number, okay?
All right, man.
Chris,
Thanks
can you
very
get this
much,
phone?
Lawrence.
Can you get Lawrence's phone number? Okay, but I want to drop the phone call. I have no idea how to work this thing right
Thanks,
now. Put
Lawrence.
anybody on hold, so
I'll get it.
can you take care of that, Chris? Okay, thanks, buddy. Hey, Lawrence, if I drop you, call back and Chris will answer the phone, okay? All right, he's got it.
So I want to go
All right,
back
cool.
to the 70s. So I want to talk a little bit about Big Wednesday and what that
You can
experience.
do that after the break.
Oh.
You can really do that really quickly. I'm
Thanks,
giving away
Bill.
something free right now. I'm giving away something free. Everyone loves.
Freebies.
Do you love free, Bill?
I'd like to
Love free.
Can I have that?
People's Coffee and Live Oak is serving hands down the best coffee in town. Is giving away free coffee on the Off Air Radio Show for the next 5 weeks. It's the last week. The first call to dial 479-1080 gets a gift certificate of $20. Don't put your damn phone
the problem
down,
is
Dennis.
I have no signal here.
No, you don't.
I
This
ca-
phone
I
does
ca-
not work.
I was gonna try and
Winterholder's already freaking calling right now for the free $20 worth of
man.
coffee.
I wanted
You
coffee.
know, you know he is. Call in right now, 479-1080. Win free $20 worth of coffee from People's Coffee. Hands down the best coffee in town. This is Neil here with the Off the Air Radio Show. My co-host, Mr. David Dennis. My esteemed guest. We'll be right back on this very, very short break.
Hi, this is Jeff Winterhalter from North Bay Ford. Proud to sponsor the Loft Up Radio Show. We're here to support the local surf community with a full inventory of trucks, hybrids, and plug-in hybrids. Come see why the F-150 has been the best-selling vehicle for 39 years. We have the perfect surf vehicle in stock, the new 2015 Ford Transit van. We have a model that will fit your needs. Come to the no-hassle, easy place to buy a car. No stress, no drama. We make it easy for everybody. We're locally owned, locally operated. North Bay Ford at 1999 SoCal Avenue or www.northbayford.com.
Hi, this is Schmitty from Schmitty's Cabinets, Santa Cruz, California. 831-475-7809. Let's go through the checklist. Kitchen and bath cabinets, yes. Layout, yes. Design, yes. Satisfaction, yes. Quality number 1, yes. As you can see, you're only as good as your last job. Now, let's see if anybody's listening to this commercial. Neil, what's the number? He's not listening. Billy, what's the number? He's not listening either. Well, hopefully you are. This is Schmitty from Schmitty's Custom Cabinets, 475-7809, and that's in the 831 area code. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Chill Out Cafe on 41st Avenue, Santa Cruz is not just a block from some of the world's best surf, but it is also where you can go relax and order the tastiest grub before and after your sesh. Plump burritos, fresh salads, sky-high sandwiches, and a superb selection of hot and cold drinks. They have something for you. Go to chilloutcafesantacruz.com to view their menu and to place your order to go, call 831-477-0543. Chill Out Cafe, where they roll the fatties.
Are we back? Are we back? Yeah, we're back. Let's see if I can get my microphone to work. Does my mic thing work? No, there we go. There we go. I'm back. This is the Off the Air Radio Show here. Tuesday night, 7 to 8 p.m. on KSC. We are the only world's live surf and skate radio show. Here with my guest, Mr. Bill Hamilton, and my co-host, Mr. David Dennis. And we have to talk about for the last 5 minutes that movie, The Big Wednesday.
I'm blown away. We were just talking at the break about.
You were? I'm talking. What am I doing on the break?
I was expecting to hear about some interesting surf scenes, and apparently it was filmed in El Salvador, and there were machine guns. And
yeah, no,
tell us about that.
There was 33 of us. That this is a Warner Brother production with a $12 million budget, or $8 million budget. Went over budget, but we're in El Salvador, La Libertad, on the coast. For about 8 weeks, and during this period of time, the Iran-Contra, the Sandinistas and the revolutionary thing that was going on down there was starting to ramp up. In fact, the second day we were there, they found the ambassador of Guatemala with 12 bullet holes at the bottom of our road where we stayed. We stayed in kind of like a Club Med kind of a situation.
Amazing.
So the place we were staying at belonged kind of to the super wealthy in El Salvador, so they'd bring their families out and they'd stay during the weekend, and then there was a restaurant and a central pool and bungalows and all that stuff.
Right.
And so they'd come out, and it was the first week we were there, everything was happy. Then the second week, out comes the guys with no necks, trench coats, and big guns hanging out of their coats. It's like, what's going on here? So we go into the city, and then all the major intersections are sandbagged with 50 caliber machine guns and tanks and soldiers. And it was just like, I was constantly worried because I was one of the drivers of the vans, to get people around. And I was always on radar looking for stuff that was going to happen, because there was that intensity in the air.
Yeah.
So, but after you guys left, you said something pretty gnarly happened.
Oh,
right?
well, we would meet. We had a liaison that we would meet with, who was our direct connection with the El Presidente, and we were protected by his military, but the week after we left, the revolutionaries came to that hotel and they killed everybody in that hotel. Everybody in the area where we'd meet. So we would have been part of that if we'd.
Whose
stayed.
idea was to take the movie down?
Well, we had no idea that was going to happen.
Okay.
But the reason we went to El Salvador, because this was a period piece about Malibu, and they wanted to have a point break with a pier in the background, and they couldn't do it at Malibu because it was just the logistics of it didn't work.
Right.
So we had the freedom to take all this. You know, we had a helicopter, we had a Zodiac,
Right.
we had, you know, we had 5 of the best filmmakers there.
Right.
You know, George Greeno, Greg McGilvery,
Very cool.
George, Bud Brown. We had all these, the very best in surfing. And, you know, Jerry Lopez. We had the Peter Townend and Ian Carnes at the time were great surfers who doubled. I doubled for Jan Michael Vincent. I was the main double for him. So, so we had really good surf there
Right.
at Libertad, but the pier was too far away. I don't know who did all the scouting work,
Right,
but
right.
it didn't, and it turned out to be.
Heck of a
We
movie.
didn't use
It's a
hardly
great
any of that
movie.
in the movie. We
Yeah.
didn't hardly use any of that.
Before we end the show, the biggest moment for you in surfing, was it when you met Laird? Was it when you met Duke?
When I fell in love with surfing,
When you fell in love with surfing was the biggest moment for you
that's
in
the
surfing.
biggest moment of my life.
And what surfing's given to you, what?
All the things that you just mentioned,
Freedom,
everything,
everything.
everything. It's
Would
put
you
me on
change-
this radio station to talk to you guys.
I know. How lucky are you?
Yeah, and
Do you feel fortunate?
I'm going to get busy.
Yeah. You got 1 more minute. Let's get right on.
I saw you. I've seen you in action. You got busy early.
That
Oh
was
yeah.
your girlfriend, though.
My what? No. Easy there, Tiger. Billy, great to have you. You know what? We should have
Been a
another.
pleasure.
We should have.
We should do another hour.
I know.
This
We
is
should do
really
another
fun.
hour. What the hell's
We're having
KSCO
too
doing?
much fun here.
Right?
I love this place. This is
yeah,
great.
yeah.
We're
Isn't it
having
great?
a great time. Yeah.
Having a great time. Billy, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I have no idea
Really
who's coming on
appreciate
next
it.
week.
Yeah.
I'll find
It's-
drag
it's-
someone off the
it's
street.
great.
Maybe Winterhole will come and do a show with me. I
I'll
have
come
no
back.
idea. David Dennis, thanks for filling in for
Hey,
TC tonight.
Stoked
Thanks,
to be here.
David.
I
Thank
want to
you.
thank the audience, KSC audience. I want to thank the sponsors who sponsor the show. Without them, it's not happening. I want to thank Chris, my engineer. Here, faithful as always. Thank you so much for listening to the Off the Rip Radio Show. OffTheRipRadio.com tomorrow for the podcast. It's on YouTube later on. I want to thank Chad for coming down and helping out with the YouTube. Dude, you got it going. Really appreciate that. I want to thank the KSCO family. I want to thank Rosemary especially. And it's good to see you back in the studio. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you next week with another Off the Rip Radio Show. Good night.
Your source for news, sports, traffic, and weather.